I'm Associate Professor Donna Cleveland, and I'm the Dean of the School of Communication and Design here in Vietnam at RMIT. And I'm the lead of the Vietnam Design Research Studio, a community-led research platform exploring how local craft practices in Vietnam connect to planetary challenges in fashion and sustainability. When I look out my window, I don't just see a city. I see systems in motion. I see materials, labour, energy and waste flowing through everyday life. I'm also really aware of invisible systems at play: global supply chains, climate pressures, cultural histories and governance structures that shape what people can make, what they can sell and sustain. My research focuses on making those hidden planetary systems visible at a local scale. Well, I'm speaking on behalf of the Vietnam Design Research Studio, or what we call VDRS. It's a community-led research platform working with artisans, with designers, and small fashion enterprises across Vietnam. Our focus is on regenerative fashion futures, looking at how materials, craft knowledge, and livelihoods intersect with planetary challenges like climate change, waste, and cultural loss. At a planetary level, fashion is a deeply interconnected system, and VDRS explores how local practices can reshape those global dynamics. The local context doesn't just inform the research, it actively reshapes it. This year, we've spent time visiting textile and weaving villages, working alongside artisans to understand how climate change, economic pressure, and generational shifts are experienced on the ground. These field trips are essential because they reveal where global sustainability narratives don't always align with the lived realities. Vietnam is a critical site for planetary research because it sits at the intersection of global manufacturing and deep craft traditions. Decisions made here affect international supply chains, labour conditions, and environmental impact. And by working in villages and local studios, we're able to see how planetary scale challenges are negotiated in everyday practices through materials, relationships, and the care for place. I often think of it as a SCOBY, or a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. It's a living cultural area where those things have to work in symbiosis. The SCOBY exists through the collaboration, right? The many organisms working together, and it survives only in conditions around it are carefully balanced and maintained. That makes it a useful way to think about craft ecosystems. Like a SCOBY, they're living systems that adapt over time, and they depend on those relationships, on the reciprocity, and the care rather than control. One unexpected insight is how sustainability already exists within many of the communities that we work with. In the craft villages, sustainability isn't framed as a policy or as a technical solution. It's embedded in their everyday practices, their social relationships, and their long-term care for materials and place. What we're learning is that planetary solutions don't always need to be invented. They often already exist in place-based knowledge systems, and the challenge is learning how to listen, to adapt, and to work with them rather than overriding them. I hope they see that this is a moment when design began to shift its priorities away from speed and away from extraction and towards care and collaboration and responsibility. I hope they understand that planetary challenges required new ways of working across cultures, disciplines, and scales, and that local knowledge played a central role in shaping more regenerative futures. Slow down, pay attention, work with what already exists, and with those who have always been here.